Today's topic brings us back to one of television's absolute greatest legends, Andy Griffith. But instead of talking about the same old stories we've all heard a million times about the Andy Griffith Show, Don Knotts, or The Peaceful Life in Mayberry, we are diving into something much more personal. The dark rumors that followed Griffith for decades, and why, so many years after his passing, those secrets continue to keep fans and biographers talking. Andy Griffith built his entire career playing characters who stood for pure honesty, integrity, and good old small-town values. To millions of regular viewers, he was the ultimate calm, dependable Sheriff Andy Taylor, a role that became one of the most loved icons in TV history. Yet, just like so many major stars of Hollywood's golden era, the actual man behind the camera lived a life that was way more complicated than the squeaky clean image audiences saw on their screens. It turns out that the man who played America's most perfect sheriff was hiding a private life that was anything but simple. One of the longest-running and most talked-about mysteries surrounding Andy involved actress Annetta Corsott, who played his on-screen girlfriend, Helen Crump. Their chemistry in front of the camera was absolutely undeniable, helping create one of television's most memorable romances. But once the cameras stopped rolling, juicy stories started whispering around Hollywood that their connection went way beyond just good acting. Over the years, several celebrity biographies and Hollywood historians have dropped major hints that Andy and Annetta shared a very intense, secret personal relationship during the show's production. Some insiders even claimed that Andy was so deeply infatuated that he seriously considered making massive, dramatic changes to his marriage and personal life. However, it's worth noting that much of what has been written comes from secondhand gossip rather than direct confirmation from either star. But as we know in showbiz, where there's smoke, there is almost always a fire. In a town built on illusions, sometimes the fake romances on screen are the only real things happening on set. Now, more than a decade after Andy Griffith's passing, quiet comments from family members and close friends have started painting a much more balanced picture of who he really was. Instead of just confirming every wild rumor that hit the tabloids over the years, they describe a man who was deeply obsessed with his craft, but just like any of us, faced painful personal struggles, messy relationships, and incredibly difficult choices throughout his life. Perhaps that's exactly why these hidden stories still fascinate fans to this day. They don't ruin Andy's incredible legacy. They simply remind us that our favorite television heroes are still human beings at the end of the day. The exact qualities that made him such a convincing, loving father figure didn't mean his real life was completely free from major mistakes or deep emotional pain. We fall in love with the flawless characters on TV, but it's the flawed human beings behind them that make the stories fascinating. But what a lot of people completely forget is just how tough Andy Griffith was when his real life got genuinely dark. In the early 1980s, he was suddenly hit with a brutal diagnosis of Guillain-Barré syndrome, a rare and terrifying neurological disorder that literally left him paralyzed and unable to walk. Back then, many industry experts declared that his acting career was officially dead. But instead of giving up, Andy pushed through months of brutal physical therapy and sheer determination, returning to TV stronger than ever to star in Matlock, another massive hit that introduced him to a whole new generation of fans. He proved to Hollywood that a true legend doesn't fade away with age. They just reinvent themselves for the next generation. When Andy Griffith passed away in 2012, the world didn't just mourn a random actor. They felt like they lost a piece of American history. While the endless speculation about his secret relationships will probably never fully go away, those who knew him best always remind fans to look at the whole picture. A brilliantly gifted performer, a fiercely resilient survivor, and a man whose real legacy goes way beyond cheap tabloid gossip. At the end of the day, maybe the most important lesson here isn't whether every single Hollywood rumor was 100% true or false. It's realizing that public figures often live lives that are a million times more complex than the scripted characters they play, and that their greatest gift to us is the timeless work they leave behind. If you love this deep look into the untold side of Hollywood history and want more hidden stories about your favorite classic legends, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin, and turn on those notifications so you never miss our next deep dive.